Please say you can hear me. Please. Please. I need this. Alright. Yes, you should be able to hear me. Lance versus Thomas. Okay, let's go. Today, no, I didn't record myself. Uh, alright. 1 second. Yo, you can hear me. So, if you're not familiar, Lance never played on my POV. Um, So previously, let's see, can I find Lance GG's? Lance played against Ratchet and lost 3-0, and Thomas played against Smooth Nitro and lost 3-0. Thomas was very close to winning the first round from Smooth Nitro, but after that, the mental got to him, and he lost the previous two matches. Um, so interesting to see both of these players got 3-0'd last game. Can I sort actually? I'm gonna see if I can sort by from A to Z, so I can just go down the line and find Lance. There we go. Lance played against Thomas in the last game. Sorry, no, Lance played against Ratchet. There we go. And then Thomas played against um Smooth Nitro. Palace first pick by Palace. Can I? It's let's see, Palace. I honestly I don't know how this game is gonna go. Thomas v Lance. They both got 3-0'd. I think I don't know how Ratchet plays. Obviously, like Lance, for those of you who don't know, are on my okay. For those of you who don't know, Lance is on my 3x3 team. Um so um what was I gonna say? I do know how his play style is a little bit more. Thomas we've seen play in the last game against Smooth Nitro. I know his gameplay a little bit more. Um and I don't. There we go. I covered it. What was I gonna say? I do need to cover PG for professional. Here, I will do that. Honestly, like I don't know Thomas's playstyle as much. Um, there we go. See, I covered it. Hmm. Wait, can we add a image? Okay, browse. Alright, let's go for the gallery. What's a good, 2025, open. Number one image right there. And I can get rid of that when it's his time. There we go. That should, yoink. Yoink. I'm not taking any risks. Yoink. There we go. Top tier gameplay. I'll fix that later for next one. I just gotta, you know. But anyways, I do think that, like, Thomas could have the advantage here. I don't have, like, I don't know for 100% for sure. But, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right. Well, Lance and I could just also F1. That's easier, I just realized. Um, Thomas v. Lance. Yes, I said that right. I think, honestly, I don't know who I expect to go to middle first. Oh, Lance looks like he's going to middle. Good rush. Thomas is a bit behind. I do think Lance will be up on 10 diamonds. This is fast generators as usual. No surprises there. I'm gonna take off my glasses real quickly. I know Lord Drop is crazy. Thomas not going for the insta rush from Lance. I think that's a smarter move. I mean, you could take the bed there, but if you do die, you're gonna be down on diamonds, and Lance will get middle again. Lance having a sharp sword, and Thomas running back. I mean, I feel like this. Difficult to decide. I mean, obviously Lance is gonna be up on diamonds. I think currently Thomas has up 10 diamonds, but now it's yeah, Lance is probably up 10 diamonds by now. Um, I mean, if they keep trading like this, eventually Lance will just top out of diamonds first and can attack, excuse me. It does look like Thomas is going to attack first. Fireball could, yes, does have a fireball. Lance has prod, I assume. I do think Lance is up on gear. Misplaced was the bet. That's another misplace we've seen. Looks like Thomas is going to win this fight. Um, Using a pickaxe, interesting play there. Lance is behind. Probably okay. Going for the attack there apparently did work. I would not have gone for that. Gone for that. Excuse me. Mainly because like you just lost the first battle. You're now below. Thomas, if I was Thomas here, I might defend the bed. I mean, it's not the worst play not defending the bed. You're already up on a bed. As we've seen in previous like the Egg Wars tournament in CCL. Um, whoever lost their egg first, like won or sorry, lost like 80% to 90% of the time. So you really don't want to be down to bed. But it does look like Lance is up on gear here again, but Thomas does take. Could be seeing more nerves from Lance. Also, he's been playing Rusty. But yeah, we are gonna be seeing Snow Globe from Thomas, which I I'd see being expected. Um, let's see what it is. Yellow. I do think that Thomas has the advantage here. Obviously, his map, his favorite map. Let's see. He did those sides wrong. No, he did purple and red. No, he's fine. Lance will be red. Thomas will be light blue. We did see Thomas almost beat Smooth Nitro, um, on this map. Did chuff at the very end. There we go. Let's get this back up. One thing is interesting about Snow Globe is you can't just like insta rush diamonds. You can obviously, but it takes longer. Well, you have to go up here, around here. You can obviously take this sideway. Honestly, I do think side generators are faster than the mid generator here to get to, which I think is an interesting play. I don't know if that many people know that, though. Lance is going for mid gens, and will be getting there first, giving him an upgrade on diamonds. Like, one thing um, is that since this map is so big, when you get to diamonds, you have the advantage of, like, at least in Lance's position right here, you're up 10 extra diamonds than you would be on like Fort, for example. But Thomas does have Chain now. I don't think this was the smartest map to be behind on diamonds by that much, obviously because it takes so long to get there. Um, but I think that I mean Lance has at least 20 diamonds. Uh, but I do think Thomas is gonna tie it if not getting the lead here in a minute. I can't tell if Lance has extra health or not, but let's see. I mean, Thomas has to retreat here if they see Lance coming up because you're ahead on so many diamonds, and if you drop here, it could be GG's. Thomas's favorite map though. Um, agreed. Thomas not running here. Okay, now Thomas is running. Gonna be behind on a few hits, but no, taking the fight. Retreats? Are they bed trading? They do seem to be bed trading. Lance isn't going for bed here. Yeah, there we go. Lance isn't going for bed. I do think it's a smarter play. Okay. Um, Thomas breaking Lance's bed. I'm assuming any minute now, Lance to break. Um, Thomas's bed. Lance home scrolling, or sorry, Thomas home scrolling. I do think this is gonna be a surprise to Lance. I don't think I can get there in time for the fight to be over. No, Lance is retreating. That's a smart decision. I mean, you know that there's a pretty good 50-50 chance. Lance home scrolling as well now, and they're just gonna both be back at their base. And Thomas is gonna be up a few diamonds. I want to say mainly because how long he's been in the generator. I don't know why there's a beacon right there. That's weird. Maybe it's just diamond gens. Is there one in here? No, it's not. That's weird. Anyways, I'm not distracted. You're distracted. Thomas going back to middle. I don't know. Holy voice crack. Thomas going back to middle. They're both going back to middle. I don't see um a way where I don't even know what I was gonna say. Like Thomas is up on diamonds, I want to say, or close enough where Lance does have the disadvantage in this fight. I don't think Lance should take it here. I think he should use totem for his advantage. We saw this gameplay by Thomas, and this is how Thomas lost last game, going up the side of the snow globe. But it does look like to work well for Lance eventually, but you're gonna just hit the top of that snow globe, as you can see the glass there, is gonna be not beneficial for Lance. Lance seemed to be retreating successfully though. You can only go so high up on the snow globe. Um, Lance dropping a lot of health gone here, if not gonna drop for sure. Lance taking this fight again, I think, is a blunder. You're just gonna have to continue to run here. And Thomas continuing the chase. I mean, I think, okay, Lance playing on this bridge. I think this bridge is wider than Lance thinks it is from previous Bed Wars games. But he is taking the hits. I do think it's back into a fair game now. Lance still needing to retreat. If I was Lance and wanted to try to hit Thomas in the void, I'd go on these three pillars here. But if Lance, I haven't seen Lance place a block in a long time. He could be out of blocks as well, which is a huge disadvantage, especially for being in this crevice because you cannot build up here. But it looks like Thomas is taking a few more hits. I mean, Lance is just going to avoid here unless he has a pearl or more blocks, which is not good for him. But oh my god, a clutch here, almost in the void. Thomas having to retreat now. I do think Lance turned it around. Maybe not 100%, but Lance retreating now. It's a very close game. I do think, again, Lance hasn't placed a block this whole game. I'm assuming he's just out of blocks. He's taking a lot of hits. You're having to retreat. Probably, yeah, any second now. Does drop. GG Lance. 2-0. We've seen from Thomas, like excuse me. We've seen from Thomas and Lance their previous games with a 3-0. A 3-0. Wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a 3-0 here. I do think Lance has the strats. I think Lance also does have to use totems more. Not 100% sure though. Lance, without me looking at the maps, okay, I was right with him. He was out of blocks. I want to say that he's gonna pick like factory maybe or mushroom. Pyramid. Okay, never mind. Completely wrong. Um, um, Pyramid is interesting. I do think the way to get to diamonds is the diamond has the advantage. You go down underground to get a diamonds instead of going up, as we've seen in a lot of maps. I guess Fort's also like that, but I feel like it's more enclosed than what Fort's map is like. Should have gone spec there. I mean, I can see Thomas taking a win here, and I do think Thomas is in a really good position if he wins this game, to get a 2-1 going into round 3 because he did play really well against Smooth Nitro, which is, from what I've seen, like a good player in this tournament. And there's a lot, like when you get 1-1 in this tournament, there's a lot of RNG with like who you could get, because like Lewis could be playing against Zelectra and lose that, and like I feel like Lewis could take Thomas, right? So it really depends what position, like who you're playing against. There's a wide range of players, right? Especially for 1-1s. 2-2s, you know you're gonna be playing against someone fairly good, if not top 8, most likely top 8. 0-2s, you know you're probably playing against someone that most likely won't make it to semifinals. Probably not the bracket, but I can be proven wrong. Anyways, Thomas first to diamonds. We haven't seen that before. Lance could be experiencing some mental here. Does have better gear, but has lose more fights. Thomas loses that, which is good for Lance. Gonna be setting Thomas back, just like the start game, early game. Sorry, I can talk, but is going to be behind on just diamonds because he didn't use an iron sword. You're not behind 10 gold. The gold refreshes anyways. And then it's going back to base, assuming 20 diamonds. But now it's Thomas. Thomas is in the diamond gen. Um, Lance. Let's see. I mean, both of these players kind of not in a stalemate, quote unquote. But Thomas does not have a healing cap. Smart run there. Could have probably waited a few seconds before you ran, but again, you're probably up at least 30. Not up 30 diamonds, but up 10 diamonds. Have 30 diamonds on you. Um, I don't see Lance with Prots. It could be a glitch. He also could not have 20 diamonds. I could have been miscalculated there. Assuming he does have sharpness. But Thomas does have Prot. Lance able to home scroll away there. As we've seen, Thomas, they both have been using home scrolls. I think Lance has been using them more than Foof has. Thomas pillaring up here. Fireball would be good for Lance. You can't really look in the shop right now because if you do look away. Thomas, when he drops, Fireball does work. Like I said, when you drop here, you will be taking damage, but Lance gets comboed. Oh my gosh. Surprised. Thomas probably could have taken the bed there. Lance blundering on the bridge. Yeah, smart move by... Okay, Lance taking the fight. Blunder here. Most likely does drop. 3-0 by Thomas. G's. G's. I mean, yeah. Good game overall. I did like that. Yeah, one thing that's like we don't talk about a lot about in this tournament, which I do want to talk more about, was nerves. Some of these players might not experience nerves. I mean, a lot of people do. I'd be surprised if like a player in this tournament experiences zero nerves. Like maybe it's Electra against certain players, right? Or Lewis against certain players, right? Foofy against certain players. But I do think that overall nerves can play a big factor, right? Because like you could be like twice as like good as someone, but then if you're extremely nervous, you could make a mistake, walk into the void, right? Especially with like block placement where you have to have like precise mouse movements. If you get comboed and you're nervous and your mouse is shaking, you can't really place those blocks fast enough if you're getting comboed in the void. Or just like a normal, like anything, like something really small, something you're not paying attention to normally because you're so good at it with nerves that can just throw it all out the window. As we've seen with my parkour tournament, if you, most likely you have not seen that, but nerves can play a huge factor, which I do want to not. I don't want to see nerves, but I do want to like. I want to be aware of the nerves going into the next few games. Anyways, thank you for watching. I don't know when Thursday should have a game, which is tomorrow. Hopefully Friday, Saturday. Hopefully, I don't know. Round two is being slower than I'd like, but next week is winter break for a lot of people, so hoping to see more of that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys later. Oh wait, just chat. I gotta read the chat here. No, I didn't. I did edit the score, I swear. No. No, I didn't edit the score. No, I didn't edit the score. I'm a non. Hello, CK. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Hopefully tomorrow. Bye.